YouTube's Leekautorepair. Make sure y'all hit that like button, make sure y'all subscribe, and I hope y'all can see me. But this is transmission coming from a 2020 Chevy Blazer. This 9-speed goes in different trims, different models like Traverse, Acadia, other front wheel drive applications and power or whatever. But on this 9-speed, we get this in range. So pretty much I'm going to be breaking it down. The issue it was having was it was loud. It had a TSB to replace the valve body, but not for the noise itself. So I still did that and nothing changed. So now I'm going to overhaul and see what's going on. All I know is after like maybe a few seconds or something like that, it loses reverse and forward gears. So the clutch or piston area I'm looking for is the R1234 clutch setup. I don't know if I'm calling that setup right, but usually these transmissions be hard to call out. So it's good to follow your steps and know where everything is with like a nice diagram. So I want to break this valve body cover, take this off and get the valve body out, and then I want to break the entire transmission down. We're going to see if we can find a root cause a failure. Most likely we should, because I don't have forward gears and it is loud. So make sure I hit the like button, make sure I subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all. All right, so I was able to find something as suggested that I looked up, the R1234 clutch, and this is a one-way clutch right here. Different cars have different type of one-way clutches. This one is a diode clutch, got diodes in here, spring loaded. So what it is ratchet this way and locks the other way. But I believe this plate also moves too. If I can remember, it probably don't. But if you look over here on this side, this retainer ring right here is burnt up. So that lets me know the clutch is in here. Most likely took a shit. So I am going to test the piston in here. There's a way to test it. This hole, one of these holes right here, is put compressed air in it. You should see it lift up right here. 1 second. So this piston in here is not operating as it should. You can hear it sounds like shit in the inside. This retainer ring is a piston underneath it, behind the clutches. There's a piston seal underneath. It's supposed to lift up when compressed. Air check it basically. This don't move at all, no movement. I hear the piston moving in there kind of sloppy. But yeah, so this one-way clutch is no good. I'm gonna put that off to the side. Let me finish taking the rest of the planetary gears out. Be careful with these because be extra like washers in here. Take this out. Should be another one under here, but that's on the inside. Leave that right there. Leave this hole. This is clutches are worn in here a little bit. It is pitted. You won't be able to see it, but I will get the camera on here in a second. Actually, this drum right here, yeah, one had to inspect that thoroughly. Looks scored. And I see a worn stove plate on the side. Actually, this damn thing came apart. It's not a good thing. Let's move this off to the side, just some inspections. Let me put these metal bearings and shit over here. Basically, this transmission does look rebuildable. I don't see anything in this case that would have scored it up. I am going to clean it. Stator shaft in here looks good, not scored. Let me get the rest of this shit out of here. And this is an apply ring. So that's at the bottom. Stick this right in between here. And I'm just probably going to let the rest of this drain out. There's a way to air check this piston over here. I believe this could be the 3.8 or the 2.9 or whatever the fuck they like to set them up. They make them extremely hard to remember. But as long as you got instructions like me, you'll be able to find whatever it is you're looking for. Let's get this seal out of here. It's like a bridge seal, some shit like that. Actually, nothing is in here, so I will probably need to air check it right here in the back side of it. See it moving? Let me see if we can. Well, this piston works. Ooh. Alright, hope I ain't getting no debris all up on my camera probably. So that works. So what I want to do, I guess after I get finished from lunch, I'm going to take apart a lot of shit. This setup for an example. Could put this back inside and apply air to it to see if that worked, which I am going to do later. Actually, I can do it right now. See it moving? And this should be the exit. Should be only one working. Go. Put that off to the side. Check this sun gear setup with all of these damn gear thingy-jigs. 6 speeds. I know the parts. The newer 9 speeds, you're gonna have to study them to remember basically. So let's stick this off to the side. And there's a thingy-thing that goes in here. Oh Oh, here it goes right here. I was looking for this ring. This ring is very important because the last 9-speed I did, I didn't know where it went, and I had to take it apart like 4 times to figure out where it went, but it lies literally under here, and this failed, as you can see. So we got 2 problems basically. I'm gonna figure out which clutch is this piston basically. I mean, the sun gear. Figure out which one is that. And what also I said failed. A one-way clutch failed, and I got some steel plates over here that don't look good. Let's take all of this shit off. And yeah, usually when a piston give out, it'll be like a hard apply or keeps it engaged, whereas the frictions and the steel plates will wear extremely fast. And this is bad. This has got to get replaced. Probably this last one right here is good. The clutches are done. Clutches are effing done. It's done. Stick that off right here. I'm replacing all the clutches in here just for GP, general purposes. See how it got in here. That explains like the metal debris in the inside. And looks like in here might be burnt up. If I can get in here with a pick. It's probably, I'll label it what everything is, because I'm going to go through SI later. Inspect these clutches. Steel plates look discolored. Yeah, the steel plates are worn. Steel plates, actually a couple friction plates worn out. So some of these steel plates I am going to use. I can see, let me flip over this way. I could just, you know, resurface them and they should be okay. Stick that over here with here. Then I got also this I can take off, but I need to put this into some type of our little vice bench compressor thingy we got. We don't have the specific tool that you can use on this bench, but we got a 2-ton press we be using. Shit, don't ask me, but this is what they do here. But I'll have to put like an adapter over here, something that like fits around here, and compress it down just to get this retainer ring out. And once I get the ring out, I'll be able to get to these clutches, but these are going to get replaced anyway, so I'm not worried about that. Supply ring is at the bottom. I'll worry about that last, but all in all, transmission is repairable. So I'm ready to go to lunch, figure out what the hell I'm gonna eat, and I need to get like a whole view, exploded view of every part I need. That's usually what I do when I go back in. I always use instructions when I go back together. Ripping them apart, anybody can rip them apart, but you should never really put these back together without further instructions, because it just makes life a whole lot easier. So there's also a bushing over here on this oil pump. I am going to order a new oil pump, because if these needle bearings fell out, most likely they're inside of that pump, and that explains why there was it was complaining about noise coming from the transmission. So we at least know a bearing took a shit basically. That's what it seemed like to me. What failed, one-way clutch, and this needle bearing set up over here on this drum right here. So Leekautorepair, make sure I hit the like button, make sure I subscribe, and I'll let y'all in the next video. So again, this is a 9-speed transmission, front wheel drive setup. Doesn't really matter if it's all wheel drive, but same thing. But hit the like button, subscribe button, I'll let y'all.